Greetings and salutations, Pisces, and welcome to Bonico Tarot. This is going to be your full moon, April 7th, 2020 reading. Last but not least, my darling Pisces. I have many Pisces friends. You guys are just the best. To celebrate tonight, two things: full moon. Also, because it's Tuesday, so that's Tarot Tuesday. But the really cool thing is that this is my last night in quarantine. So if you'd like to join me, I'll be doing some card pulls tonight. If you happen to be watching this today, but if not, I hope this reading resonates. And if it does, I would most appreciate it if you would hit that little subscribe button so that I can go live on YouTube, because I need 1,000 of those little suckers in order to go live here. So, and I just find it so much fun to go live, especially on a Tarot Tuesday. So, at any rate, today we're doing a full moon reading. So I'm going to pull 3 cards and clarify them and stuff, and we'll create a little story based on what's been in shadow ahead of this full moon, what's being illuminated by this full moon, and where that's going to take you once that's been illuminated. So a couple of things to think about. This full moon is going to be in Libra, so it's about relationships and balance in relationships. So if there is anything out of balance, chances are your circumstances are going to show you the way towards finding that balance. The other thing to remember is that Venus is the ruler of Libra, and Venus goes retrograde very soon. So everything seems to be around relationships, no matter what sign you are right now. So let's see. So, you know, I mean, I know there's a lot of people who kind of get sick and tired of hearing just about love and tarot readings, but it's kind of what the weather's showing. But that's not to say, you know, that I haven't had a couple of readings already in this series that I feel has been focused more on work. I will have readings that are focused specifically on work very soon. I'm building a number of different things that I want to do, so stay tuned with me here. So there's your card for what's in shadow. So let's see what's being illuminated for Pisces. Well, that's what's being illuminated apparently. And where's it taking you, Pisces? Over here, I guess. We'll take a look at the hidden energies after we build the story here. So what's hidden for you, Pisces? Ooh. Seeds of planting, waiting, boredom. There is this card, you know, can be one where, you know, I kind of look at this as the watch pot never boils, bit of stagnation. It doesn't mean that there isn't great potential in this. It's just, it's kind of a little bit frustrated, just a little bit. Okay. What's being illuminated? Temperance. So that's patience and balance in the emotions. So again, the themes of balance. It could also signify someone who is Sagittarius that becomes significant to you. And then, yeah, the Page of Wands could very well be a Sagittarius. Page of Wands is usually about communication, so, and inspiration. This is kind of the inspiration that comes just before you take action on something, because, you know, unlike the Knight, the Page is kind of standing there. But there's purpose to what he's looking at. So, this is a very creative energy. So you could be coming into a very creative time in your life, and maybe you're motivated to do that because you've been so bored. Just a thought. Yeah, so let me get these cards. Pardon me while I have some coffee. I'd rather do this than yawn in your face. My apologies to the other signs who had the benefit of that. All right, so let's see what we can find out about the 7 of Pentacles. What's going on there? No, I want one. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, something may be dying. And I'm getting, just because of the theme that I'm seeing here, that it's not necessarily like a relationship thing. it could be working relationships that you're tired of, that you're not inspired by, and they're kind of fizzling out, or maybe they've been rendered finito because of the recent events with the virus. So now it's time to be creative. But this also suggests that you've been storing, you've been squirreling away your nuts. So you should be okay to ride this out. Pisces are usually very good at that sort of thing. Yes, these are the realizations. What I'm noticing in a lot of readings is that through this isolation, we're kind of being faced with a lot of our truths about existing circumstances that we've been just kind of like saying, oh yeah, okay, same shit, different day, kind of deal. But, our soul is calling out for something a little bit more fiery, something that really lights you up, as opposed to, just kind of sitting there waiting for stuff to happen. So let's see here. There we go. Oh, no. There it is. Yeah, and you're tired. You're tired because there's nothing that makes you more tired than boredom. Seriously. It's like when you're inspired by something, you can work on it for hours. I'm just going to kind of continue with what's sticking out here to clarify temperance. So temperance, like I said before, could represent a Sagittarius, or this is just you kind of, balancing your emotions, kind of feeling like, you know what? I got my act together. And isn't that funny? I just kind of noticed this, and it's like there's a path. There's a new path unfolding for you. You see that? And it's like, and it looks like a crown. So it's like Corona has opened up a new path for you. Isn't that cool? Because that's a crown. I didn't even notice that it was a crown until I looked on the camera screen there. So, and you've got some daffodils. Like there's definitely a new path opening up for you. Possibly with a partner. Okay? Someone that you trust, someone who is definitely on an equal give and take, and the balance that exists there. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh, I can't make this stuff up. So, it's like, how do I make things more interesting for me and my partner? Because this has really become a burden. So, you, as with many other people, you can look at my other videos too. This card is coming up a lot. The Hanged Man. You have to surrender. And a lot of the times, people don't want to surrender to that moment where they have to create space for the divine, to drop that wisdom, because they're afraid. They're afraid that they're going to have to, it's like, no, I don't want to see it. It's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. I know it's going to be bad. And it's like, but no, it's not going to be bad. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And, it's like, this is about, this, you're not the only sign who got this kind of progression where, who was it? It could have been Capricorn. I can't remember. Anyways, but it's about really, like, shedding the old feelings of being restricted and exhausted and working. You could be the kind of Pisces that works yourself to the bone, and you've lost clarity because you're just working. Whereas it's, and this is what I said to somebody else here too, it's about working smarter, not harder. It's about tapping into the creative. You know, Venus, you might want to check your astrology. Venus's retrograde in Gemini may actually be empowering you in a completely different way than you've ever allowed yourself to be as a creative being, instead of just somebody who's conscientious and getting shit done. You know, that maybe this is a time in your life where you have to surrender, you know, in the same way like necessity is the mother of invention. It's like maybe the only way you can move forward under the new circumstances in this world is to be creative. Listen to your intuition. I don't think you're listening. I think your intuition has been trying to tell you things. And this is also very much a Piscean card. So it's like, this is Pisces. It's like, look at the power. Especially if you know, I mean, if you're male, it's like your feminine side is coming into a really good place. It doesn't mean you're more feminine or less masculine. It just means that you're achieving more balance of those aspects of the masculine and the feminine within. You know, it's very powerful what's happening with you right now. And I think you need to surrender to it. I think you may not realize that you have to give up this sort of patriarchal habit of working yourself into the ground, because it's a whole new level of self-love. It's actually seeing who you are, and you know, the amazing awesomeness that is you. Like, seriously, you need to see yourself, and you will see yourself in a completely different way than you ever have. So congratulations. That's excellent. What a great process that is for you. Because there's part of you that feels very much like this, and this is not reality. I'm telling you, this is all in your head. All of it is in your head, Pisces. This is not real. You know, it really isn't. Let's see what the hidden energies are here. Yeah, it's like, it's about boundaries. Really, it's about boundaries. It's about, and it's about realizing that you don't really have to be this way, because this is who you are. You're the magician. You're the one who makes shit happen. You know, it's like you're not this little person who's standing alone on a hill, and yeah, it's like, that's not who you are. And there's a lot of hope in this situation, but you're going to have to make a decision, and you're going to have to surrender to change. There's also going to be grief. And this is where I leave it, because we don't need to go back there, do we? You need to give in to inspiration. You need to give in to the creative being inside of you. Okay? So, I hope you found that helpful, Pisces. Pisces are some of my favorite people. So thank you for joining me. And if you did find this reading resonated with you, please hit the subscribe button on your way out. Thanks so much, and we'll see you again.